fellow film enthusiasts, my name is Christina and welcome to another Let's Get Reelz movie review. Today is my segment I like to call What's on Netflix, where I tell you what is on Netflix that may have a low rating or maybe you've never heard of. Today I will be reviewing the documentary called Finding Vivian Maier. Vivian Maier was a street photographer, and the only reason that her name is even around today is because of John Maloof, who found a whole storage area full of her photographs, her entire life, all of her negatives, her clothing, everything. He came across them in 2007 when he was looking for pictures to write a book about Chicago, and he bid on her storage unit and he found this entire world of this one woman. And the documentary tries to trace Vivian Maier's life to, how she got started, where she was from, what she did with her life. And I'm not going to go into too much detail because the documentary is just so wonderfully fantastic and so full of information about this woman that I don't want to give it away. Just know that this woman, who was an amateur photographer, had such a great eye and an artistic eye and was so in tune to what was around her and really interested in the details of life and the kind of strange and unusual. Her photos are so brilliant. They look like you had Edward Steichen or Paul Strand or some famous street photographer that's well known today take these pictures, somebody who was trained in photography, taking these wonderful portraits and even home videos and voice recordings of herself. And Vivian Maier captured the 50s, the 60s, so many of these decades in such interesting detail that you wouldn't think to even do that yourself. It's not something that you're so conscious about. She would go and just take pictures of like stockyards, of people walking down the street, stores, signs, things in garbage cans, and I just love that. I love her photography so much. And this documentary, to me, because I have a degree in art history and a master's in museum studies, is so incredible because John Maloof owns Vivian Maier's entire collection, her entire works, her entire life, her clothes, as I said, newspapers, things she bought, like receipts and things from antique stores and magazines, everything of Vivian Maier's life, John Maloof owns. And, museums, I know if I worked in a museum and I was a curator, I would want this entire collection. No museum has an entire artist's work. Usually famous artists, even photographers, their photography is scattered all over the world. Their original negatives are not in one place. They're sold and reproduced in museums for exhibits and everything. And here is John Maloof with Vivian Maier's entire life, and no museums are biting, which is a shame. And MoMA, or One Museum, as he explains in this documentary, will take her work because apparently she did not print in her lifetime. A lot of photographers did not print in their lifetime, nor neither did they print themselves. A lot of them were not good printers for their work. They were great photographers, but really didn't know how to print their work. And Vivian Maier's work, none of it is printed. It was not, he shows you at the beginning all the bins, all the storage bins and plastic containers full of rolled negatives and long negatives, and he actually takes some of the negatives, puts them on this special plastic holder and scans them into the computer. And that's actually how Vivian Maier's photography came to be known, because he was putting them online, he was scanning them and putting them online for people to see, and people became interested. Finding Vivian Maier is such a wonderful documentary. If you have any interest in photography, any interest in art, or just really want to watch something different, and this woman is still a mystery even after all this investigating. She really didn't have a family. She died, she was all alone, and she collapsed in a park, and nobody really knows what happened to her, really. And it's just so fascinating and so well made and well explained this woman's life and just the trail that the smallest trail that they follow to find out who Vivian Maier was. And I just think John Maloof is a great man for bringing Vivian Maier's photography to life, because they are such beautiful pictures and such engaging pictures that this woman just walking the street and, you know, looking at life and taking snapshots in time, she created these great, lasting, amazing photos. So that was my review of the documentary Finding Vivian Maier. If you liked my review, my ramblings about photography and this woman and John Maloof, please give it a thumbs up. Leave a comment down below if you have seen this, or if you're really into photography, you like Vivian Maier, whoever, whatever you want to talk about when it comes to photography and Finding Vivian Maier. Leave those in the comments, and also in the comments leave a suggestion of what I should watch on Netflix next and review, or any kind of movie. It doesn't have to be on Netflix. Whatever you suggest I should see and review, leave them there, and if I pick your movie, I will give you a shout out. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button for future What's on Netflix and other movie reviews. And as always, keep watching movies and stay absolutely fabulous.